thrilling story of Peyton Place. Starring Dorothy Malone as Constance Mackenzie, Ed Nelson as Michael Rossi, Mia Farrow as Allison Mackenzie, Ryan O'Neill as Rodney Harrington, Barbara Parkins as Betty Anderson, Tim O'Connor as Elliot Carson, Christopher Connolly as Norman Harrington.
For most young people, summer is a season when time passes all too quickly. But for Rodney Harrington, the days have passed with agonizing slowness. Since the night of Joe Chernak's death, he has lived in limbo, awaiting the day when he could publicly clear his name. And that day has come at last, and he must steel himself for a preliminary hearing on a charge of murder.
Norman? Yeah, good morning. Why didn't you wake me?
Oh, I thought I'd finish my shower first, give you an extra half-hour sleep.
There's coffee on the stove.
Good man.
And there's a roll in the oven.
Well, you find my black and red tie, you make Eagle Scout.
I wore it last week. Yeah.
What's the matter?
You got a slob for a brother.
Let me see.
Well, look, it's just a little spot. I can get it out.
That's all right, I'll wear another.
No, I'll fix it. Hey, Rod?
Yeah.
I'm sorry I got you into this mess.
That's all right. I'll be over in a couple of hours.
Yeah. Out, gravy spot. Life is but a poor player who takes his bows upon the stage and then is heard no more. That's kind of a depressing thought. Remember when you helped me learn that?
Yeah, something like that.
Here's your tie.
Yeah. Listen, you did a good job on that. Better get a move on.
You know, Fowler never called me.
So?
Well, I mean, if he's going to base his case on Kim's testimony, you'd think he'd need me there to back him up. I mean, with Allison in the hospital and all.
Listen, Norm, it's just a question of making it clear that Kim misunderstood what she saw, that's all.
Well, it still bugs me that he didn't call.
What's the matter? You feel left out?
You know the one real difference between you and me?
What's that?
You'd never have a spot on your tie.
I don't know about that.
Well, I do. I'm glad you're going to be up there today and not me.
Thanks, fella.
I could just see Fowler closing in on me. Mr. Harrington, where'd you get that spot on your tie? And man, I'd blow everything. I'd confess to anything. I mean, you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know. Well, I gotta get over to Mr. Dowell's office, and I want to stop by the hospital first. I'll see you in court.
Hey, Rod?
Yeah.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Norman Harrington?
Yes, sir. What's this?
It's a subpoena.
Oh, for the hearing?
That's right.
Thank you very much.
I thought you were planning to go to the hospital this morning.
I am. I'm going later.
Well, I guess you can get too much of those kids, huh? What time did you turn the light out last night?
I don't know.
I got to sleep around 1.
It was a little after that.
I wish I knew what those mystery novels have that I don't.
Guess I've just gotten used to reading before I can go to sleep.
Now, there's the course I want you to steer this weekend.
I thought the boat was in dry dock.
It'll be in the water this weekend.
When did you arrange that?
A couple of weeks ago. Surprise. Yeah, I thought you'd love the idea.
Will Tom and Harriet be able to get away for the weekend?
I don't know. I didn't ask them. I thought that for a change, Marian and John Fowler should spend a weekend alone together.
I thought we weren't going to take the boat out this summer.
Well, sometimes it's nice to act impulsively. I ordered a few bottles of champagne for the weekend. Yeah, I thought we could revisit the scene of our youth, but you don't seem to take to the idea.
I'm sorry. You've gotten me so used to living according to a plan that...
Well, I guess I finally discovered that planning everything is a bad idea. Like we planned to have a nursery instead of a study. So if you could just steer us a course that would keep us out of touch with all civilization for the whole weekend.
How do you do it, John?
What?
Isn't Rodney Harrington's preliminary hearing this morning?
Yes?
And if the judge decides in your favor?
And I'm sure he will.
Excuse me. When the judge decides in your favor, a 20-year-old boy will have to go to trial for murder.
I know how old he is, Marian.
Doesn't that bother you?
Marian.
I know it's part of your job, but don't you have any feelings about...
About my victim?
John, he's very young.
And he comes from a good family, and he's never had a previous arrest, and he goes to church every Sunday, and he's well-liked, and he was the captain of his high school debating team, and he brushes his teeth 3 times a day.
When you're sarcastic, does that mean you don't want to talk about it?
When I became a district attorney, I was very lucky in my first case. The defendant was charged with assault with intent to kill, and he really fit the charges. He'd had 2 prior convictions, one for felony wife-beating and the other for robbery. He looked and acted like a wild, vicious animal. Of course, he was convicted. It was obvious that he was guilty to me, the judge, the jury. He made it easy for everybody. He even acted like a guilty man. But that's the first and only time I've ever had a case that was easy, simple, and obvious. Marian, I know what you're saying, but you have to try to understand. Rodney Harrington is a nice-looking, clean-cut young man. Now, I mean this sincerely. But that has nothing to do with his innocence or his guilt, has it? Well, sure, Rodney can look me in the eye and tell me he's innocent. And he does it very convincingly. And all that means is that I have to bend over backwards to get behind the facade of his physical appearance and his relaxed manner to find out the truth.
I suppose you must be a good judge of character by now.
Oh, I'm a lousy judge of character. All I've learned is to be suspicious. But everybody's suspicious of shifty-eyed, evil-looking men. That's automatic. I've had to learn to be suspicious of everything that Rodney Harrington stands for. I know I'll be accused of wanting to put a rope around the boy's neck because of what his father's lies did to my father. I'll be accused of it. but I won't be guilty of it.
I'm sorry.
Darling, maybe I gravitated to this kind of work because I want security. The law is spelled out in black and white. It exists. It's specific. I like that. I think I need that. I also need the security of your love, of our life together.
And I do love you. I'm sorry.
Nothing to be sorry about. This weekend we'll take to the sea. If I can get myself in gear and get to the courthouse. Oh, all my long-winded pleading of my case, I forgot to tell you the most important thing. Your car's fixed. You can pick it up today.
Doing here?
Looking for you.
Oh, well, I couldn't sleep. I knew I had all this work to do.
You all right?
Yes, I'm fine.
You didn't eat. Mama told me. Come on, I'll get you some breakfast.
No, Papa, I'm not hungry. I have to do this. We'll have lunch together after the hearing, okay?
We'll go to the court together.
No, Papa. No, really. It's much better if I go alone.
Oh, no, I'm going.
Please, Papa.
Please, Papa. No, Papa. He was my boy. I want to see. I should be there.
Papa, it's only a hearing. I'll tell you everything that happened.
I should be there.
Well, good morning. Good morning, Gus.
Good morning, Doctor.
Papa stopped by to ask me to breakfast.
Well, why don't you go with him? I didn't expect you here this early.
No, I'd really rather finish this, since I have to take some time off today. Thank you, Papa. I'll see you at home.
Well, you're looking good, Gus. Been taking that medicine?
Oh, I never miss.
Good, good.
Goodbye, Doctor.
Bye. Well, busy, 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 huh? I don't want to say anything, but I think you got the carbon in there backwards.
Oh, I'm sorry. That was stupid.
Well, it's early yet.
Would you like some coffee?
Yes, thank you. Gil? Hey, where's that service with a smile?
Oh, that was yesterday.
Listen. You want to talk?
About what?
Sit down. Come on, sit down. I know it's going to be a tough day today, but you're a strong girl. You can survive that.
I know I can survive.
What about your father? Well, I think you ought to talk to him. A thing like this can poison a man's whole life.
You mean you think he should forgive and forget?
Well, at least forgive.
I wonder if you could do that, Doctor, if you were in his place.
I'd need help, too. I'll get it. Yes? Yes. Oh, good. Good. Tell him I'll be right in. To go see Dr. Morton. Look, why don't you take today off?
Oh, no.
Now, let me rephrase that. You take today off.
Well, thank you.
We'll get a fresh start in the morning, huh?